Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from DemolitionHound in the newly buffed Zetaplus C1. In terms of before rounds, this time around, I decided to forego it, so if you want to see before rounds of the C1, I have run the C1 quite a bit, I'm pretty sure, on the channel, because it is one of my favorites. Beam Smart Gun stuns when not charged. When charged, it causes heavy stagger, which is, I believe, 100% of the time enough to get a flying mobile suit out of the air. So, definitely brought down that Byerlin custom. And yeah, unfortunately, to a certain extent, and I think I've mentioned this lately, Merry-Go-Round has infected the colony drop site as well. So, yeah, you will have people running around in circles at the beginning of a match, so just sometimes you just kind of have to join the lap, or else you're going to find yourself isolated. So, Demo's team's a little bit spread out, but so far so good. The enemy team's only up one kill, and that kill is Demo, so that is, that is just the beginning. And now it's even because his team managed to take out something. Yeah, I believe they've done a fair number of things. I believe they gave it more hit points, improved the heat on the hip guns, and I think they improved the damage on the transformed version of the Beam Smart Gun. As is custom for these, I will be reading off all the buffs at the end of the round. Ooh, a good 5,800 damage there. And, but yeah, like I said, I've always liked the C1. It's a very, oh yeah, they also finally gave it, stun protection in, Wave Rider mode, which most, transformable supports up to now have not had. So that is something that, frankly, especially with higher cost supports, is absolutely necessary. Because if basically any amount of build stun or any amount of stun or basically anything will knock you out of the air the instant you're hit. Your transformation is not really handy in a lot of situations where it is for, all the other transformable suits. So I applaud this, and I hope it ends up spreading to other transformable supports, because a lot of them do need it. But let's see, so far some good damage, couple of kills, a couple of deaths. It happens. And let's see. Yep, that looks like a good shot. And yeah, just the ranged power on this is on the C1 is really good. So, let's see, trying to finish that off with Vulcans before it gets away. Not sure if it's going to make it, but more weapons available to use in wave shooter mode. I forgot. Technically, I believe the alternate mode for the C1 is called Wave Shooter, since it has that big gun on the nose. I know that is the name that was given to the transformed mode of the original high-grade Zeta Gundam, which was based on the C1. But yeah, the original high-grade Zeta Gundam from like 1990 was based on the C1's engineering, because I believe the original Zeta plus C1 model kit was the first, if not the first, one of the first Gundam models to actually be transformable. And yeah, so a few changes to simplify the Wave Rider mode got adapted for the high-grade Zeta to make that possible. But those early high-grade kits are really fascinating because they use what Bandai called system injection. Man, I should probably talk about the round at some point, but yeah, I'll save the system injection blather for another day. But either way, multicolor parts is the short of it. But it's really fascinating if, plastic model and toy engineering is kind of your thing. Let's see. Yeah, Demo moving in on the enemy team. Overheated the smart gun, but yep, switched to wave shooter mode to get that. And yeah, C1 I believe also does have melee combo controller 1 and balancers. So yeah, it is definitely in that range of very general like supports. The only thing it has not been given is resist move, and man, I'd love to see that, but it is, it's always been fairly capable in my opinion, and it is, buffs never hurt anybody. Currently 7530 to 9980, and yeah, looks like the friendly Violent Custom is a little bit isolated. Rest of the team is about to come back in. I don't think Violent Custom is gonna be around much longer, but since the rest of the team is, has an opportunity to coordinate here a little bit, hopefully they'll be able to at least get back up towards break even, if not pull off a win. 2 minutes left to find out. Let's see. Pretty sure the beam smart gun pierces when it's charged as well, but it's been a while, so don't quote me on that. I need to take the C1 back out and see how it handles with the buffs too. I have not done that yet, but yeah, A1 and C1 both got buffed this month. Again, always happy to see it. Always like these designs. I have a P-Bandai Zetaplus C1 sitting directly to my left, waiting to be assembled. Now that I'm done with Figurized Choo-Choo, I will probably work on that. Okay. Yeah, definitely an attrition heavy round here. Demos getting kills and taking kills very quickly. So sometimes, especially supports, it's like that. But 90 seconds to go. If they can just close this 4,000 point gap, they can win it. But we will see. Let's see. Demo about to spawn. Yeah. Okay. But okay. Yeah. The like I said, the smart gun, while in wave shooter mode, has its own heat gauge. So do the beam guns, so that you can, if you have enough space and you can just unload all your mobile suit weapons, unload all your wave shooter weapons, and then hopefully reset and do it again. I've played against some people who I had, when I first got the O, and I've told this story before, played with some folks I know. They dropped into our to our custom room one Friday night, and that was frustrating enough at the time that it was one of the reasons we don't do a lot of custom rooms on Friday nights anymore, but it was also opened my eyes as to the possibilities of the Zetaplus C1, and just really vastly improved my play, with it since then. And sometimes even if you're frustrated at the time, you luck out and you learn something. That's the best case scenario for a bad round. But let's see. Looks like, unless something shows up that they can kill any second now. Yeah, so gonna end it just slightly behind, like half a kill behind, but got real close considering where they started out. So that was a good round. And, yep, Demo got 4,900 of their 15,000 almost points, 127,000 damage. 6 and 4, yeah. So that was really good, and I appreciate you sending it my way, Demo. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Alright, so here's the full list of buffs for both modes and all that. Hit points for the level 1 have been increased from 17,500 to 19k. Upper levels also got similar enhancements. They gave it Flight Control Program Level 2, which I'm pretty sure that's the one that lets you dash in midair. I thought it had it already, but I think that's what I was thinking of when I said they had given it defense and wave shooter mode so it wouldn't get knocked out of it before, because I don't think they actually did that, and I was, just misunderstanding or misinformed or both. Level 2 C1 speed has been increased 5 points from 125 to 130. The levels above that also got enhanced. Thrusters at level 3 increased from 70 to 75. The Beam Smart Gun, they shortened the overheat from 15 seconds to 12. They cut a half second off of the charge time, and it now only takes 4.5 seconds to charge. They upped the power by 50 points on the level 2 and up version. Went from 2250 to 2300, and starting at level 2, the charged shot powers increased as well. Heat rate on the thigh beam cannons was dropped from 40% to 34%, so you should be able to get a good, like, 3 shots off probably before they overheat. When transformed, same hit points and thruster changes. The beam smart gun now only takes 1 second to charge in wave shooter mode. It can be used while you're boosting in mobile armor mode now. The level 2 and up power went up 100 points from 2100 to 2200. With bigger enhancements at the higher levels, and higher charge damage as well. So that's looking pretty good. And yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah, at 600, its win rate was down to 47% of the time. Rival win was 45% of the time. The average across support types at cost 600 is about 50%, so that is a little low. It was also underperforming on damage at that cost by about 3,000 points, and mobile suit losses were a little bit higher. And yeah, those disparities all just get larger across the higher costs too. At 700, the level 3 C1 was down to a 37% chance of beating its rival. So that, average for supports is 51. So that definitely, needed an overhaul. So hopefully this will perform well.